KJ is out of the game. Finally. It's about time. Like, that girl needed to go last round. Really, she should have gone the first round, but we had to get rid of Charles, so. But she should have gone last round, but she got kidnapped, so we couldn't get rid of her. But she's gone now, and that's what counts, so better late than never, right? Let's see. I'm really surprised by how bad she took it. Like, she got really upset. Got angry with Josh and got angry with me and deleted her journal, and it was just very strange. And I get the whole not wanting to be voted out of the game, but like, she took it really harshly. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. I think she's just too sensitive for this game. Like, we weren't being outwardly mean to her. At least I didn't think we were. I didn't feel like I was being mean to her. I was being upfront with her. I told her I was voting her out, because I tell everyone when I'm voting them out. I told Charles and I told Aaron, and I'm not about to stop now. So I just like being upfront with people. I don't like blindsiding people, as opposed to my supervillain alter ego. So yeah, she's gone. I feel bad that she feels so bad about it, but I can't really do anything about that, so whatever. Let's see. What else has happened that's worth talking about? Apparently Jen is throwing the next challenge. That's pretty shady. Jess told me yesterday that Jen sent out a group email telling her tribe who she would be sitting out in the next immunity challenge if it came down to having to have people sit out. And Jess feels like that the 3 people she picked were 3 of the tribe's strongest players. And she wouldn't tell me who those players were, but when I mentioned it to John later in the evening, he told me who the people were that Jess had picked, or that Jen had picked, and it was John, Dave, and Heather. I think Heather was the 3rd person. I don't remember exactly, but it was just really weird that she would pick 3 strong players. And John said that she had put it in a randomizer, and that those were the 3 names that came up. But his theory is that Jen knows that there's hair in my mouth, sorry. Jen knows that she kind of played her cards too early by picking the 2 weakest people to sit out last round. And so to keep herself from being looked at as a mean tribal leader, she picked random people that ended up being strong players. But Jess really thinks she's throwing the challenge, which is shady. But me and John couldn't really think of who Jen would be targeting if she wanted to go to tribal council. Like, he and I both agreed that she wouldn't be wanting to go to tribal council just to get rid of dead weight. So we feel like if she is throwing the challenge, she's targeting somebody big. So that's a little weird. The topic of the last kidnapping also came up. I guess Jess was really, really sure to make sure she told me that she had been the one that was campaigning to keep Andy safe. When John told me that she didn't campaign to keep Andy safe at all. Or to kidnap Andy, so in essence, keeping Andy safe. Jess told me that Jen wanted to vote KJ out. I keep getting my words confused. I'm sorry, I'm on paid meds, excuse me. Jess told me that Jen wanted to kidnap KJ and keep her from voting in tribal council. And John told me that Jen wanted to kidnap Andy. So I have 2 opposing stories here. And John also went so far as to say that Jess was nowhere to be found when they had their group conversation about kidnapping. And that Jen mentioned kidnapping Andy, and everyone in the room just decided to kidnap Andy on the turn of a dime. Like, no questions asked. They went from wanting to vote for KJ to wanting to vote for Andy in one suggestion from Jen, where Jess was never to be found, and was not campaigning to keep Andy kidnapped like she told me she was. So she told me about Jen throwing the challenge and lied to me about who Jen wanted to kidnap So I'm feeling like maybe Jess is trying to feed me lies, or not lies, but half-truths, to try and make me see Jen in an even worse light than I already do. And I don't see Jen in a really bad light. I see her in the game as a threat. And if there's any reason for me to want to vote her out, I feel like Jess is feeding that to me. So, not really cool considering our alliance. It's a little shady. I need to get on that one pretty quickly. But that's past, that's over with. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on Jess and make my own opinions from here on out and figure out what her intent is. So tomorrow we have to pick kidnappees. I still have no idea who we're gonna kidnap. John mentioned that he wants me to try and get my tribe to vote for somebody who is not in his little group of 4, because he's starting to try and form an alliance so that he has the numbers in the vote whenever they go to tribal council. And he wants me to kidnap somebody who's not in his main 4, so that he has even less people to worry about swaying in his favor. But the problem is he's aligned with the weak people on his tribe. He's in like this misfit alliance, and I don't think I have enough power on my tribe to really convince them to kidnap somebody who's strong, you know. So they're gonna, like the last 2 times they've targeted weak players. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'll have to talk to John a little further about that soon. But I don't know. And I still don't know how to feel about the prospect of Jen throwing a challenge. Like, she's too competitive to do that. So I still don't know if her randomizer story really is true, or if she has ulterior motives, or what. It's just really fishy to me. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted though. So yeah, until later. See ya.